It was coming at me, yo. You attacked the shit out of him. The guy was coming at me crazy. What? Wait, take a picture right now. Matty.
Maybach music.
Can anybody out there hear me? Hear me? 'Cause I just wanna...
On this team, we fight for that inch. On this team, we tear ourselves and everyone else around us to pieces for that inch.
Coming in at 320 kilobytes per second, it's time for MattieC Sports for you and me.
What the fuck is up? They ain't touching me for nothing. Gang shit is not my business. I ain't not the one to fuck with.
All right, everybody, MattieC Sports for you and me. I got a special guest here. Dude comes from the South, well, Midwest area, Texas, he's training out of, and then he's from St. Louis. My man, Montrel James, a.k.a. Too Cold. What's good with you today, man?
Man, just getting home from practice. Like, literally, I've been up since 6 o'clock. It's 1:46 right now. But, sticking to the grind, be on it, you know what I mean? Like, we got work to do. So I'm thankful, man. I can't complain. I'm real thankful. How about yourself?
I'm well, thank you very much. So I was excited. I saw like all your training videos and stuff, and I was like, damn, this dude ready to come do what he need to do. So first off, I wanted to know where your nickname Too Cold came from.
All right, so funny story. Like, originally I used to be a club promoter. I used to go parties a lot. So from like streets and then doing that, a lot of people called me Chill. When I transitioned into doing fighting at the gym, I was training at a gym called Integrity. It's was owned by a gentleman by the name of TJ Moeller. I kid you not, man, it was me and like I say 2 to 3 other gentlemen that was cool that I was training with. We was all teammates at the time. We was in a room watching fight videos and we was going over names. They were like, dude, we need to come up with a nickname for you. I swear I used to think like that when I was little, like, bruh, I want a nickname. I'm like the Shadow, nah, the Joker, nah. And little kid, you wanted a nickname for yourself on the block and shit. So my teammates started throwing out names. And I promise you, it come off a little racist, but it was what it was. I understood the concept and I was like, it's a little lack of creativity, but it was what it was. They threw out Black Knight. I laughed at that shit. I was like, okay, now you get what I mean.
Yeah.
I was gonna go by the name of Monsoon. I had another gym trainer. I've been around, but I had another trainer that I used to train in a gym academy by the name of Modern Combat System. My coach Jared, my old coach Jared, and he gave me that nickname Monsoon, but it really didn't catch because I was like, what the fuck is a monsoon? And I finally looked it up later on in life. It was a quiet storm. Never knew that. And the gym I was training at, Integrity, TJ Moeller basically gave me the name Too Cold. In a sense, I earned the name Too Cold, but like he was just like, dude, like when you go in there, you just go in there like you too cold or something. Like you like I have no like my emotions leave. Like I don't fight mad. So it's a real cold look. It's a real numb feeling reaction to fighting, and it's a mindset. It's a mental toughness mindset. If you're gonna be too cold, you might be tough with the cold, and I don't like being cold. So that's another joke behind the name. So people like, bro. So you don't like being cold, but you're too cold. Like, yeah, man, it's a catch-22, you know.
Yeah. Well, you ain't gonna be cold up in Massachusetts this time. You ain't fighting in February, man.
Bro, I'm glad I heard up them ways. It get a little nippy up there.
Just a tidbit. Just a tidbit. So
We'll make it work. I'll be all right. I've been to Detroit and Minnesota before for fights. I fought for Cage, King of the Cage as an amateur, and I drove up there for that fight. So, yeah, you know, I ain't too messed up about fighting, you know, or in the cold. I actually have an event that was outside in the cold once, so yeah, like outside.
Hell no, yeah. Man. I never understood like how fighters like got into the, you know, it's either arena, auditorium, or somewhere where it's controlled temperature, but like the outside, I don't know if I want to, like if I'm fighting it, like you get rained on or snowed on. I couldn't deal with that shit.
Bro, all right, so I know you might get into the questions of that, but all right, so I'm a competitor. Like I am considered the Kimbo Slice of St. Louis in a way, or the whole Jorge Masvidal of St. Louis, because I'm really from the streets, and I really didn't have street fights, but people from the streets know that I was one of the people that will go or that will do my thing. But that's how people that from my city kind of view what I do, because I'm consistently fighting. But there's no purpose in me fighting in the streets. I'm gonna wind up I'm making the hustle that I would do in the streets, the hustle in the fight game. And I'm gonna fight the way I would fight in the streets, in the ring, legally, legitly, getting lucrative money for that, if that makes sense, you know?
No, I respect that. I respect that for sure. So you got a YouTube of your own, man, not just me. So what's your YouTubers about, man?
Tuco TV is basically just somewhere. Honestly, I did during the pandemic. Honestly, man, during the pandemic, for real, man. Just me and my wife playing around, and shit. I rented out a little spot at a radio station and went from there. And then I was just like, fuck it, let me just, you know, do it from the crib, like how you are in a sense, or you know, try to actually do it the way you doing it with the whole screen in the background. But
yeah, man, you don't want to see my setup behind me.
It doesn't matter. You know, as long as you got the personality, whatever you bring out, it really matters. But understood though, I know what you mean. TV was just basically something that, you know, I do it for the people. Like it's a podcast show that's on YouTube. It's like an urban type of thing, but they consider themselves a real podcast show. But basically, I was mimicking. I'm a fan of comedy, and I was kind of mimicking them in a sense. But I was so in tune and tapped in with so many artists, music artists, singers, songwriters, and club promoters, and just people that's in the entertainment industry. I was like, shoot, why not, you know, talk to them instead of looking and scavenging for people. I actually know people that will be willing to, you know, stop in or come talk to me like how we're doing. And I kind of just ran with it right there. Right now, I'm just focusing on the fighting, because the more I fight, everything else will fall into play. Like with you just saying that shows that what I'm doing, if someone like yourself is looking and researching, and it shows that in my work, if that makes sense.
And for real, man, like, you know, same as you, the month after the pandemic, I was like, yo, somebody said to me, I did a poll thing on Instagram, and I was like, yo, should I make a podcast, yes or no? And all I needed was that one no. And from pandemic to now, still going. Like, you know, I love all sports mainly, but like MMA, I fell in love with. And boxing I've loved boxing since, and this may be cachet, but it's like Mike Tyson era, because that was my era. Like that was when he was fucking shit up. And like now,
you in the era of greatness. Michael Jordan, Mike Tyson, All of them motherfuckers were doing all that stuff back to back, doing that. And I was born in the midst of it. So I mean, like, hey, I was born in '91. I'm only 31. I'll be 32 in August. So, you know,
Yeah, you're not too far.
stuff.
You ain't too far from me, bro. You ain't too far. So like, yo, but like someone like yourself, like, yeah, we grew up on that boxing era and stuff like that. We grew up on that MMA era. Now it's like some people, which is sad to say, who doesn't know Gervonta Davis? A lot of people don't know who Gervonta Davis is. Like, you know what I mean? So now it's like people don't understand. Like, you had to pay pay-per-view for some of these fights. Now it's like ESPN puts them on and they don't cost a damn thing unless you don't have ESPN, obviously. So, and nowadays, like, there's so much there's so many affiliations with MMA. There's like, I know down south there's some good ones down there too, like in Mississippi, Louisiana. Like, a lot of my boys down in Louisiana tell me there's some good spots where they're throwing fights down, and not too much I know about Texas.
So me personally, I'm just tell you this, man. Me personally, as you may see, or what information you may have scavenged up on me and whatnot, I'm not your typical fighter. I've been to different promotions, bounced around in different spots. Everyone's cool, man. Like, everyone's cool. Promotions are cool, man. Everyone's cool. It just lack of communicate. I know I repeat myself. I have to make sure I repeat myself so it's understood. Like, promotions won't always be cool. It's just the lack of communication, you know what I'm saying? Or the miscommunication, or not being upfront with communication, because as a fighter, me personally, even if I'm on the B side, I should not be treated I should not be treated with disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Me or anyone on my team should not be disrespected. If we able to, like, we was cool and cordial leading up to the event, we should still be able to be cool and cordial after and during the event. I hate when, like, and so many levels to it, but like, people be like, oh, well, you should have a manager and you should do this. Why should I? If I got to this point, why do I need a manager to conduct anything else after that point? You feel what I'm saying? He didn't fix it up for me. He didn't dress it up for me. He didn't do none of these things. I did. So I'm talking to you accordingly. Now, most people, since the dawn of fighting, most promoters, most matchmakers don't like talking to fighters. That's cool. Once again, I'm not that typical fighter. I'm a professional. You know what I'm saying? And I will uphold that and the integrity of that at its finest. And even if I am speaking for myself, I know that I'm handling business at the end of the day. Like, they would try to tell me if I was to come to them all aggressively, this is business. You should not take it personally. Now, promotions are awesome. It's always that part when I just kind of said in the beginning, the miscommunication, the honestly, like, I done been a part of promotions where I felt like the judging system was kind of shitty. It's tit for tat, like I said, and just politics, but it's all a part of the fight game. I can complain all day, every day, and the number one way we can finish that or fix that is to finish a person, But everyone, man, it's a blessing to even be on a promotion, you know what I'm saying, to be seen, because honestly, like how you said you grew up on the boxing, I didn't honestly start getting into boxing or MMA or just fighting until I got like 23, for real, bro. Like, coming up, like I said, I was more on the streets and playing around with throwing parties and the hustle scene and stuff. But what I did love, what I did like, and that was somewhat similar in the realm of sports, was wrestling. I love the WWE. I love it. I love it. I love it. I loved it when it was ECW. I love it when it was WCW. I love it when it was WWF. Big fan of the WWF, and that's what that's kind of how I have and I view some of the business aspect of being a professional athlete, because most people that are fighters, they don't know how to perform. My old coach, I used to train at a gym in St. Louis, Missouri, too. That's called St. Charles MMA. The head operator there is Mike Rogers. He trains Julius. He's in the Bellator. He just fought for the light heavyweight Grand Prix championship like a while ago. But he had posted a video of Chael Sonnen podcast, and he was speaking about how guys in the MMA world or fight world, they don't know how to perform. You know, they're not performers. They're not entertainers. They're so stuck on the I'm here to fight, if that makes sense. I'm not like, you got to take your time and take your time. Like, you get told that during practice, you know what I'm saying? Take your time. Like, take your time. So I literally try to own every bit of the moment. Shake the hands that people wouldn't shake. Take the pictures that people who wouldn't take those people, or stop and listen to the person that was just speaking, you know. Those things go a long way, and those things that made me be where I am right now in this fight game, because a lot of people don't know me, but a lot of people know of me, if that makes sense. You know?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I didn't know you till now. But for real, like, when, you know, I heard like you were coming up and fighting here, like, I wanted to know your story and see, like, you know, so when you went to, like, did Cage Titans hit you up, or you hit them up?
So I've been back and forth with the matchmaker for like 2.5 years now.
Mm-hmm.
I was supposed to be off with Cage Titans, but I've been like I said, I've been handling business. You know what I'm saying? I've been playing in the waters. So I've been trying out my own little thing, picking and choosing. And, you know, honestly, this opportunity has presented itself twice this year. This is the second time. I would have been in, matter of fact, I honestly think I would have been on the 59 card instead of the 60 card.
Yes, yeah.
So, me personally, like I said, it's all business, and I've been just dealing with the side of business of the contracts, seeing the percentages, understanding what it is and how it is now. It's just like, shit, it's time to fight, because it's been that time to fight. I stepped up to fight the tough fights early in my career. I, you know, came up a little short, but it is what it is, because honestly, I know I'm doing this to change my life and the people's lives around me. But, you know, I'm getting tired of hearing this typical patent bullshit that people be saying, excuse my language, that, oh, well, we got to get you one more fight. We got to get you to a half and half. My dude, I feel like that's the dumbest shit ever. There's just some manipulating shit just so a person can put some money into their pocket to continue, you know, stringing that person along. And I just feel like losing by a decision and who you fought, it does make a difference, because how did you fight this person? How did you lose to this person? Now, you lost to this person by a split decision, or you lost to this person by a decision, but yet you got a loss. Now you're looking at a record of in the deficit, and the record is stagnant, but the loss is right here. So it's like they're not looking at shit like that, you know what I mean? And that's not cool, because that person would have lost right here, and with the wins right here and the losses right here, the losses right here and the wins right here, and it's only like that because they took their chances to do it, or they didn't have proper, I guess you would say, guidance. These things, there are errors, and I get told all the time, like, oh, well, you get to this point in your career, you might need a manager. Why would I need a manager if I establish every brick along the way?
Right.
Now, if I get to this point and anything else, I wouldn't mind adding on a manager if their perspective and their thoughts and everything align up with mine. But why would I if I establish my network by myself?
Right.
So, go ahead, you got it.
And that's the thing. I'm glad you said that. So a guy who's, we'll just say for a crazy matter, like 19 or like I don't know, 19 and 25, yeah, you might have 19 and 25, but who did you fight to get to that record level? You say you fought. I'm just using a crazy example. You lost to Conor McGregor in a second round, and you lost to like anybody along that line. Now, are you gonna go off a record like that, or are you gonna go off a 12-0 guy who you don't even know who the hell 5 of them are? Like, I totally agree what you say, because it doesn't matter the wins or losses, it's who you fought. And that's the problem with people is like, oh well, look at that record. It's like, nah, did you see who he fought to get to there?
Oh, the dude could be put like this. I can say like this: the dude could be 29-0. He has not been tested. You could be 29-0. You didn't patent his wins. You didn't pay the referee to do this. You didn't pay the judges to judge this. Who the fuck did put him through the test?
Right.
Now you just got a puppet on your hands. But that's also another thing where I'm gonna break this barrier. I'm gonna break this curse. As a fighter, motherfuckers need to stop being lazy. Mentally, outside of physically, they need to stop mentally being lazy, period. Because simply as reading a contract can save your career.
Absolutely.
All of these fighters out here that made this conversation of, well, my life in the UFC was this way because you didn't read the contract.
Yes,
your life in the
absolutely.
your life in these organizations ended that way because you had someone else tell your ass something, or you didn't properly listen, or you didn't properly question. And that's where that's where as athletes or as competitors, we go wrong. I ain't gonna say I am perfect. I had my moments in the beginning because I questioned the hell out of what the fuck is 5% of what? What is 3% of what? Where are you getting this? Why are you still wanting to own my name after we're doing 2 years of a management agreement between me and you? Why is this? So as a fighter moving forward, you guys should always, men and women, never let them swindle you mentally out of what should be yours, because you earned it. But as a team, it's meant to understand together. You know what I'm saying? You got team sports for a reason. Then you have these solo sports for a reason. But people are not really looking or really paying attention or observing what's presented to them. And that's where a lot of people go wrong. People so quick to jump the gun to want what's in front of them instead of just take their time. You ain't got to rush in and sign it today because it's going to be there tomorrow. It's going to be there. That's probably another few hours. And if it ain't going to be there another few hours or tomorrow, guess what? It wasn't meant for you. I don't know if you guys are spiritual. I don't know if anybody out there that believe. And if you ain't, just understand these things all lined up with life. You know what I'm saying? You can't rush everything. You cannot. And if you do rush it, the outcome of everything might not go as planned. It might crumble in some shape or form. You never know. But as an athlete, please do read over your items, look over your paperwork, understand who you have with you, because it can take you far or it can end you. And that's just real.
And I totally agree with you, because I'm also a friend of fighters. I'm also like, like I said, not just a podcaster. And I actually just talked to somebody today who I totally agree with this. Yes, you went 29-0, but how many times did you lose in the actual gym when you were not fighting on a card or whatever the case may be? And people don't understand. Guys just don't jump in a fucking cage. Some guys drive an hour and a half to go train one place, come back an hour and a half to train at another. Then they gotta fucking they gotta eat right. They need to cut weight. And that's what I don't respect about people. And again, with records, you don't know what the fuck this guy or woman is doing to take care of themselves. And so at the end of the week, when they're trying to cut a pound or two, that's not just easy shit. Like, you gotta fucking really work your ass off for these pounds to get ready for a fight. And sometimes you're so sick, you don't even want to fight the next day.
I swear. And like I had a promotion. I don't try to speak of their name, but basically, I'm if I really don't like the promotion, I would say their name. I ain't gonna even lie to you. But it's this recent, it's a fight promotion I just recently was a part of, and like I said in the beginning, communication. Like I was talking to this person all the way through until we got there. Then he chose to want to play with me, and then want to hold up the process for me to do what I need to do. And I'm hungry. Two, I really don't feel like, doing shit because I'm exhausted and ready wanting to fight for tomorrow. Like you guys got to doing too damn much, and then you can't even accommodate half the stuff that I need for me to do this stuff. I don't want to be a stickler, but like I will be. You know what I'm saying? Because you want something from me that you can't even help me right now. But everything is absolutely accurate. Like they just don't understand, but that's life, be real, man. But there's definitely be some of the stuff that be grinding the gears of a fighter, and most people be trying to play off like, oh well, but you absolutely right. That's they don't know. They don't know. They don't know.
But for you coming up to Massachusetts, like how do you feel coming up like here? And sorry, the Celtics didn't win the championship and Denver took it, but I mean, how you feeling about coming to Boston?
One, shout out to the Boston Celtics. Y'all did y'all thing. It's cool, Forget Miami. I don't like Miami no damn thing. But I'm excited, like I said to you earlier, like I'm big excited. I can't wait. And it's a sign in me, man, because from being from St. Louis and then knowing that one of the star players from the team and socializing with Tatum and Jason Tatum a little bit, that shit was cool. I can't wait. St. Louis, we in the building, you know what I'm saying? And I can't wait, That's all I know.
That's excellent, man. And I know it's a great thing to have guys from who haven't been here before, because you don't know what they're like. Oh shit, here comes Too Cold. Like, who is this guy? And you come in and fucking clock into work, and it's like, oh shit, like we didn't know this cat, bro. Like he's about to throw down. So like, going into an environment like here where you're not used to, does it even faze you that you're in a new spot, or is it just another day in the office?
I get excited like it's the first day of school. I ain't been in school in years.
I like that, man. I like that. So what made you decide to go to Dallas Houston, Houston to train?
You good. I was saying,
I caught myself real quick right there.
I had to make sure because my own Houston fans would get on my head like, damn, bro, you let them call you. But nah, man. So to give you a quick little spiel rundown, I used to live in New Orleans. I'm originally from St. Louis, Missouri.
I got married in New Orleans.
Yeah, born and raised St. Louis, Missouri. I left, stayed in I turned pro in New Orleans. I turned pro in Louisiana. So I started my professional career as a boxer in St. Louis. I turned pro as a boxer, then went down south and started competing as a martial artist. Did some time. Then I left, went back home, came back. Me and my wife actually came here to Texas. Well, she's originally from here, but I basically stayed she stayed in Houston, so I was like, I bet. And from here, it just been there. We left and went back home before the pandemic hit, and then we came back after everything cleared up. And I've been here since last year or February, so it's just been consistent. Like last year, since I've been here, I did a total of 5 fights, 2 MMA fights, 2 boxing matches, and a jiu-jitsu match. And then this year I had a boxing match that kind of put some stuff on a little, hanger for me. But, that is what it is. I was supposed to, I was supposed to have like 2 fights this year. Both of them fell through because of the commissions of Texas basically. But yeah, man, I love it in Houston, man. Houston has been nothing but success for me. The team, the Main Street team, I fucks with them. That's the team I fight out of. Main Street Kickboxing and Boxing and Renzo Gracie. My coach Crew Bob and the staffs there, they've been amazing. My team is nothing but amazing. We have upcoming amateurs. We have a few pros that have been in the UFC or that is in the UFC. So like from Derek Lewis, Kevin Holland, and a couple of them that might fall in and out of there that would train with my coach Crew. But, you know, the Main Street team, boxing and MMA team, and the kickboxing team, we are an amazing team, man. It's been nothing but amazing for me. I thank them because they allow me to come in and to do what I am able to do and what, you know, I'm just thankful. You know, honestly, I'm just real thankful, man, because as long as like I said to you, like you got a team, you should be able to communicate with your team, and that's exactly what I do with my team. I speak to them, I ask yay or nays, they affirm with me, they affirm with me. I train with a couple of WBC boxers and a couple of IBF boxers.
All right.
Even with that, man, like I'm highly thankful and blessed. Like Regis and I'm saying his name wrong. Foster. I know that's his last name. He's a 135 WBA champion, and then I believe Regis is 140.
Was in 145?
I believe so. One of the two. I'm probably saying it wrong. I don't really know too much about the boxing belt stuff, but those two guys are there. And then you got Ammo. You got a couple of guys that's some title holders that's in there. But for the most part, man, Main Street, Renzo Gracie, that's been my spot. My jiu-jitsu coaches, Brian, Marvin, Gabriel, man, Art, Kai, all of them guys been, you know, major help for me since I've been around and been down here in Houston. I haven't really been nowhere else in Houston training wise since I've been here. I've been here only. And I'm just been building, like I said, day by day, brick by brick, or smoke by smoke, however you want to call it. You know, I'm out here, I'm doing my thing, and you know, I'm very thankful, man. Even back at home, when I was in St. Louis, I was training at St. Charles MMA, Modern Combat Systems, and off and on at Wolves Den. Wolves Den is a gym where Sean Woodson trained at, and he's in the UFC. But basically, I was training up there with them. I used to train with Joaquin Buckley also. Man, I've been around the who's, man. I'm just ready to be part of that list of names and make it to the UFC or Bellator. And to be honest, I kind of don't want to be in the UFC. I want to be on Bellator.
Word. I respect that. And basically, to me, it sounds like you're pretty much choosing your own path. You're your manager. You're looking at your contract. You're saying, nah, I don't want UFC. I'd rather Bellator. Nah, I just want to do me. And I respect the hell out of that, man, because you're doing your thing.
That's how most athletes should be. Like, you should be able to be yourself. Like, you should be able to be yourself. Like, I feel like, man, the key word is art. Martial artist or martial art. If you can't create, if you're a painter, if you can't create a paint or you can't create your picture on that, you know, canvas, then what are you doing? You know? And I feel like I should be able to do what I need to do. Like Bruce Lee said, like, don't fear the man that's doing all these fancy kicks and all this other stuff. Fear that man that's practicing that one move over and over. Like, I felt like I took my time, I humbled myself, and I did everything I had to do. Like, I jumped over boxing and learned kickboxing. Then I learned martial arts. I just became a blue belt earlier this year. So it's like I stayed with the grind, you know, and it's been a long road, but I'm thankful. You feel me? Also, my bad. I also used to train. I'm very, very horrible at that. I should not forget I used to train kickboxing under Jermaine Andre. He's a veteran at the UFC. and a couple other organizations, and another gentleman by the name of Daryl Cobbs. I used to train under them two guys under my kickboxing background.
All right, man, and I'm sure. So it sounds like you've been around the best of the best over down there, man.
I've been around nothing but elites.
So
I used to get thrashed. I used to get beat up on, but I used to walk well.
So tell me, man, like, I don't know if you've had the Northeast food up here. Have you had it yet? The food up here?
I haven't tried none of the Northeast food, but I'm definitely a foodie. My wife is too. She's actually a chef, so shout out to Mermaid's Kitchen. But she's a chef, and she's actually a Filipino. Her specialty is Filipino food, but she actually can do whatever. Whatever. If you're a person that like a particular food, she can whip it up for you. I promise you.
I can't say, man, like, bro, I don't give a fuck where I live right now. Southern food is way fucking better than Northeast food. I'm sorry. The food is absolutely bomb. There's always something about somebody's chicken, somebody's barbecue, somebody's like, I would be morbidly obese if I was living down there, bro, like for real. And I love your tea. The Southern tea is way better.
Bruh.
Sweet or non-sweet tea, man. Like I mess
with the non-sweet tea sometimes when I'm doing the fight camps, but I'm always with the sweet tea. Or I do raspberry tea, honestly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man.
Try that. Try out the raspberry tea. That's it, far.
Oh man, like just all the food down there, man. Y'all make me jealous, man.
But they got some good cuisine out them ways, though. I know y'all do.
Now y'all put Tony's on your instead of pepper. Y'all do Tony's down there?
Tit for tat, baby. We put Tony's on some of the stuff instead of peppers. That's a seasoning, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Tony's or pepper. Tony.
Yeah.
I'm a Laurie's girl. Yeah, she a Laurie's person.
Tell her I'm a Northeast person appreciating the people that are down there eating shit with Tony's seasoning instead of pepper. That's their pepper down there, at least in Louisiana.
Yeah. See, he said he appreciate that shit.
Shit.
Mind me, I'm over eating this hot pickle. This how I be sweating sometimes.
So man, like what's your expectation coming up? Obviously to win, but like what kind of things are you looking forward to?
Yeah, this one better. I know he's gonna be there to brawl. I hope he comes with that energy. And I'm rather ready to put on the show because I have never been out them ways before. But I am a big Boston fan, so I'm there to bring that type of energy. I am a big Celtics fan. Like this shirt was just
dope. That's dope.
Yeah, this is Brawley from the Dragon Ball Z. Like, dude, when I say the person who gave it to me, he just literally they just gave it to me, and it's so ironic that I'm gonna go out towards where the Boston Celtics are. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just expecting fireworks, fun, and expect the unexpected. That's the only thing I'm gonna say.
I respect your Celtics love,
I'm ready for whatever he got to bring, and anything that he added to his arsenal. I'm ready for it. I've been watching. I know it's like I always take 5 things from fights. From a fighter. No, I'm not gonna tell you.
I don't want you to. I don't want you to.
No, I'm one of them type of people. I say that shit. I don't like leave people in suspense. So you can tell? No, I would not tell you.
No,
but I would gladly show you that night though. I just know shit. Like I said, man. I just know I'm very excited. I know he's gonna come with everything he's gonna bring. I'm thankful to even be fighting him because he's training under a veteran of the UFC. And I'm just ready to, like I said, I'm just ready. I'm ready to step into that light. I'm ready to feel that atmosphere in the hall and turn up in that mug. Like, you know, like I remember throwing parties in the hall like that back in the day when I was in high school, man. Now I get to fight in the hall. And
You're gonna love it, man. For real, you're gonna love it.
I've been watching all the little preview fights and all the little old ones and shit. Like I said, it's like the first day of school. Like it's like being in gymnasium for the pep rally. Like it's so like they be lit in that deal. I'm like, I can't wait to just walk down them steps and just
So,
see all that, man. Like just to soak it in, man. I can't wait. Like I've been fighting in front of large crowds since I've been started as a fighter, man. So that atmosphere, that's probably nerve wracking for him, but for me, it's another walk in the park. Like I said, it's the first day of school to me. I love it. I like it. I like that. I like that feeling because I have nothing to do but to walk into that light because it's meant for me. And I'm thankful that he's gonna be a good dancing partner. Feel like that.
so bro, so me and you got a special milestone, man. So this will be your first time at Cage Titans. Will be my 10th card for Cage Titans. So it's good. It's good stuff. If I'm still talking about Cage Titans for the 10th time, then you in for some fun, man, for sure.
Hey man, I can't wait, dude. Like I said, you the first one I did an interview for, so shit, hey, lucky for you. Then I got like two more when I get into town. So shit, I can't wait, man. Like I got nothing but good expectations. I'm just focused, bro. Like this is like I said, it's a normal. I'm active. Like so, this is nothing. This is nothing. Like I've been active since I turned pro. The only thing that had me do was sit down with some jail time, and that was only for 5 months. Did 5 months, came right back out, competed for a title. 5 months later, came up short. Or 6 months later, I came up short, but that's the type of mindset I'm on. I come home from jail, bust my ass. I was waiting at that time like 195, cut to 170, took like the little 6 months to train at the new location here in Houston. And I came up short for a title fight that I would never expected even been able to get, you know. And that's just it's absolutely luck, but that's also daring to be great. You know what I'm saying? Because you know how many people that would have questioned themselves coming home from jail. Oh man,
Right.
I don't know if I'm ready. Oh man, who all gonna be there? Oh man, I didn't care who was gonna be there. Because why? In the beginning, when I started, nobody was there. I didn't have a soul, not a brother, not a sister, not a mama. I have kids, not my children. Like none of this. So every fight I go into the fight with the mindset of shit. I have nothing to lose because I gain a fan that I can actually lose tomorrow. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Like
Yep.
a real fan would stick around, but I know who my real fans are, and those who are the people that fucks with me, like my stoners or the hippies, or just the people the down to earth God fearing people that love a person that's really been out here striving, that's really not out here that's faking a lifestyle that's been presented because of manipulating fashion of someone telling them or painting a picture of false things that they
Right.
don't even believe that they could achieve, you know. So I'm that picture of perfection in another form of what you could do if you don't stop.
And I respect that. And I say to every person who's come on my show, whether you come on once, you come on all the time, everybody's family when you come on my show. That's what happens. And I don't give a fuck what anybody says. But with that being said, bro, like, so is there any sponsors you want to shout out?
Yes, I do. I want to give a shout out to Red Nail Roofing. I want to give a shout out to Click and Brick Podcast. I want to give a shout out to Young and Driven. It's a book that's out by a gentleman that read it. I appreciate him appreciate him for even being around for me to even sponsor me. You guys be sure to go get his book. I have the links on my page. Trusted shoes, trusted trade, sale, and purchase shoes. It's a thrift store that's here in Houston and then also in Minnesota. Let me see. I got so many I'm trying to remember before I forget, man. I just added some sponsors too. My new sponsors I just got. Yeah, I apologize. I'm on the fly right now, man. And
I can text it in the bio, man. Whatever you don't got, you can send to me.
I bet, man. I thank you so much, man. But yeah, my mate's kitchen. Let me see, 1 second. I'm over here looking through them and some other stuff, man. Joey's, Blake's, law attorney, man. Yeah, them the most of them for the most part right now. I can remember. I'll see the rest of them in a minute. I don't even feel like keep on stumbling over there right now. But
that's all good.
Every one of my sponsors, the new ones I like. The only reason why I said it because I have 3 new ones, but I have like 4 or 5 old ones from 2 fights ago, and half of them, 2 of them are regular sponsors, and some of them I'm kind of remembering their names and trying to make sure I get everything together because I had stuff together then, but those for those fights, so it's been stuff going on in between time. So I definitely send you over that information so you could drop it or however you choose to want to edit it in. But I do want to thank all my sponsors, old, current, and future ones. I want to thank to all my fans, the ones that I don't know and the ones I'm about to know, and the ones that are currently my fans. I thank each and every last one of you guys. I love you guys. God bless each and every one of you guys, man, because you guys don't even have to like me. You guys don't even have to do nothing involved with Too Cold or even watch me or listen to me. But I appreciate you guys, man. I appreciate you yourself, man. I thank you for allowing me to be on once again because you took just giving me the time to get myself together, man. Because it was like when I say he hit me up, I just came from practice and I could have just been in like, no, man, I'm gonna wash my ass and go to sleep. But I'm actually rolled up, ready to smoke this motherfucker. So I gotta, I'm ready, man. I'm thankful that, like I said, I'm thankful that you allowed me on your show. And hopefully I can do the same thing vice versa and allow you to come over to my show and we can talk some fight news and talk some shit.
I mean, dope. I love talking. I mainly like talking boxing and MMA, like good stuff. So
I got you.
My other thing is how can everybody follow you, bro?
Yeah,
social media wise.
I also do private security. So if you guys ever in Houston, Texas, or you catch me in my hometown, St. Louis, Missouri, if you need me, please direct message me at 2codemma@gmail.com. Or you guys outside of my security company of what I do, personal bodyguard work with, you guys can follow me on Facebook at Montrel D. James. You guys could Google Montrel James MMA. It will pop up with all my information, fights, video of fights, my record. My Instagram is 2Code MMA. Twitter is kind of under reconstruction. That's always thing I would say.
Mine's been like that since COVID.
I got it, but like it's just under the construction right now because I kind of got to edit some stuff on there and trying to clean up some stuff. But yeah, I do have a Twitter, so if you guys are interested, it's the same thing. 2Code MMA. You guys ever want to work with me, or you want me to be on your fight promotion, or you just interested in a person, or you just like my energy, and you want to see what I can do for you and whatever you want to do, or you possibly want to sponsor me in the near future, please do reach out via email, 2codemma@gmail.com. Once again, man, I thank you so much.
Anytime. Oh, actually, one last thing. You got merch you're selling for you?
Oh, no, not this time. I'll probably get that after the fight, but I'll probably shout that out at the fight in the ring when I win. Just tell people to pre-order, Like, hit me up, pre-order, and I put in everybody in order. Like the shirts I did have, I already, man, dude. Like I just them was all a pre-sale thing, and those I only sold about like 26 shirts, but that was good for my first time. So I'll be selling some more.
Got you. So everybody, thank you, Montrel. Can't wait to see you July 22nd down here in Plymouth Memorial Hall. And if you don't have tickets, you better get them now.
Get your tickets. Get your tickets. If y'all don't got them, get them right now because, shoot, y'all miss me for sure. But get your tickets because you don't want to miss this cold show. And it's not going to be cold because I'm coming. But it's going to be cold because everybody on the card is officially that shit. So y'all make sure y'all get y'all tickets.
Absolutely.
Okay,
so all right, everybody. So Montrel, Too Cold, James, MattieC, everybody, good to see y'all. And good night, Sadie, and have a good night.
You guys have a blessed one.
Thanks for watching MattieC's Sports for You and Me. Make sure to follow MattieC on MattCameron23 on Twitter, MattieC23 on Instagram, and subscribe to MattieC's Sports for You and Me on YouTube.
What the fuck is up? They ain't touching me for nothing. Gang shit is not my business. I ain't not the one to fuck with. I bring the flow with lyrical stamina, rapping a million miles. One point I'm an animal, then I'm a cannibal, taking my pick and I pounce. Bold and serious, cold amphibious track murderer. A cup I need by no one, so I got my back vertebra. The heat is up, extinguisher. I got the track burning up. Don't think to touch 6 feet's enough to get the match to combust. Diamond, strike it, ignite on any given surface solid. Callous symbols that come.